Yay! Hello, hello, and welcome to this week Training Tuesday Lab. We're Magnet Marketers. Our goal is always to help you become a magnet with your marketing versus being a bullhorn. And today we have a very special treat for you today. One thing that has not slowed down during this COVID time is social media updates. There is a ton of them that have just rolled out over the past couple weeks that we want to share with you. In fact, some that just rolled out a few hours ago that are now going to be live on some of your favorite social platforms, including Facebook for your business. So we're going to dive into those today, as many as we can get through in our short amount of time together, give you the nitty-gritty on it, answer your questions that you have on some of these updates, and then dive into the rest of them in our recap here. But if we dive in, if not met before, hello. My name is Jessica Phillips with Now Marketing Group in the Relationship Marketing System, and my awesome co-host, he's Mike Gingrich. He's the president of Digital Hill, the co-founder of the popular apps Loftio, Tabsite, and a published author extraordinaire. How's it going, Mike?
Hey, doing all right. Just catching up with Zuckerberg there, and seeing what he has to say on these things. So
I was doing the same before we got on here. So yeah, if you guys have seen the update by Facebook, please let us know in the comments. Even if you haven't, let us know that you're watching in and joining in with us live today. We'd love to hear from you and see who's joining in and watching along with us. So Mike, yeah, you were just watching the video from Mark Zuckerberg today, and he actually made this announcement earlier this week saying he had some big news today and was rolling it out, and that he did today. So you want to kick off our first announcement with really hot off the press, if you will, one that just came out a few hours ago.
Yes. So Zuckerberg was talking about Facebook's shops and making shopping available, Facebook pages and on Instagram business profiles, and basically, and we've heard a little bit of this language before, but this is and it's supposed to be rolling out. So again, how fast that is we don't know exactly on those pieces there, but basically trying again to make it possible for people to browse and purchase right on those platforms in a shop area. Facebook Shops makes it easy. And it's supposed to be easy for a business to set up a single online store, for customers to access. And that's a single store that would be available both on your Facebook and your Instagram if you have those connected there. And it's going to be free to set up, and it's supposed to be simple in that, and you'd be able to choose the products, and then kind of work through that. So it looks like there's good possibilities, and I kind of say that I say that just kind of with a little tread lightly, and that type of thing, because there's still some unanswered things about it, and so that's kind of the key. And maybe Jessica, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity, one, for small businesses. And like you said, tread lightly. And here's why. Okay, here's the difference between shopping and building the shop on Facebook from building like your thought of kind of e-commerce store, especially if you already have an e-commerce website, right? And we're going to talk about some updates with just e-commerce in general, which is big. But the shop on Facebook, as Mike said, it's going to be easy to add your items via either adding them one by one, or they're giving you the ability to upload like an Excel sheet where you can upload your products to it if you have multiple products. And it's going to be really easy to sell there. You're going to be able to link them into your posts, link them into Facebook and Instagram, and in your videos, you're going to be able to link it into ads, all great things. Amazing. And if you don't have this capability now, then this is a huge win. The tread lightly portion, like Mike is saying, here's the difference. If you have an e-commerce store right now on your website, you're used to updating things there, and it has some kind of intelligence in the back end that you've traditionally built in if you ran out of products, or if you have coupon offers, things like that, which Facebook is going to build some of that in. But here's the difference. If you're updating something on your website here, it's not going to automatically update on Facebook right now as this new kind of shop is built, unless you have a Shopify store where they have that kind of integration. Right now, it's like adding these products one by one and manually kind of keeping that store updated. So I really see this as a win for somebody that doesn't already have an e-commerce store, for a solution, I see this as a huge win for them if they sell few products and not like a catalog of hundreds with multiple variations of like shirt sizes and custom orders and things like that. That's where I think it could be challenging, and where Mike, you were spot on with saying tread lightly, to where it could be kind of confusing. So if you do have already like a big e-commerce solution website, that's where I'd say stick with that. Hopefully you're with something like Shopify where it does integrate nicely and keep that automatically updated on Facebook and Instagram. If not, then you may want to consider only starting with a few products on the shop, and something that you can keep up with. Because if you upload all the thousands of them and it's something that's a quick change item, or you have, where you may run out in one spot or another, you're going to have to like be able to keep track of all the orders and updates, and you don't want more of a headache on your hands. If you're a small business, again, that doesn't have an e-commerce solution, you sell a few products, amazing. This is a huge opportunity for you and something that's going to really greatly support you with having this updated, especially with some of their cool features. Like they're giving you like just stylized things too, to where you can create catalogs of different types of products. So maybe you're a small business that sells masks right now, right? And you're doing designer masks, and maybe you have a catalog for masks for nurses or masks for kids, and you can put multiple products under that. And that's where I could see this being a huge win for you. So just consider what all it's going to be, not just in with the setting up of the solution, but also with the upkeep of it, and then decide what's going to be the best user experience for your audience. But
yeah, no, I think that anybody who sells online has realized that it's not just about your product, but there have to be a few things in the infrastructure process. I mean, there's the payment processing, there's the shipping options, that type of thing, and then there's kind of like those other features. Do you ever want to run a special? How do you do coupons? All those kind of things. So those are some pieces that we need to learn from and see what some of those details are here. But it does look like, again, they're recognizing that with the recent pandemic and all the stay at home and those types of things, people had to buy online. Shopping exploded, and small businesses were like, oh, we need to do this, we need to get there. And so kudos to Facebook, they're being able to roll this out quickly here to allow many small businesses to get on board with that. So there's some things to be watch out for, but there it is.
And you're not kidding when you talk about small business e-commerce, or just e-commerce in general, exploded. I actually have a graphic. I wish I could share a photo in the comments here. I will go back and do that. But I see this infographic where it talked about just over the past 8 weeks where e-commerce shopping has been versus the past 10 years. And you see this graph where it's just like kind of a gradual uptick over the past 10 years. But the past 8 weeks, it has more than doubled. It has expanded more over the past 8 weeks than what the past 8 years has brought us when it comes to e-commerce. So if you do sell a product or service for that matter, and you don't have e-commerce built into your website, that should say something. When people are using this more than ever before, that should say something.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, and so I'm just actually fresh off this because I was writing another blog post, and that was just talking about some businesses still need to make that transition. They realize coming out of this, hey, we're not there, and we need to make sure. So it's like, what can you do to kind of create that online offering that what's going to be the product, what's going to be the service that you could sell that way, and then you have to get the infrastructure in place for that.
Absolutely. So kudos to Facebook. They also have had several other updates. So some of them will run through rather quickly because some of them are for more like personal page, versus we'll spend a little bit more time on the business focused things, of course, because that's what we're here for, right? So the Facebook did announce a couple other updates today. One being, and we don't have a lot of info on this yet on how this is exactly going to work, but they are going to allow you to link your items for sale in live stream. So if you do have that cart option, they're going to link that in, and we'll find out more as that rolls out, and of course share that with all of you here. also with allowing royalty products for customers. So again, kind of setting up some royalty where you have, if you've ever did affiliate marketing, things like that. So we'll find out more about that and how that's going to work with Facebook as that rolls out. And then, yeah, go ahead.
I want to comment on that. I think that linked items for sale in live streams is really interesting. That one it can be powerful. Again, that's why they're trying. That's going to be a key that they're trying to get people into their shops, because you can do that type of piece there. But I mean, I have friends that they travel the U.S. in a RV, and it has a toy hauler on the back of it, and that's where they do these clothing shows, and they model these things and do Facebook Lives with them. But it's up to this point, it's been, make a comment that you want to purchase and we'll follow up with you, kind of thing. But for them, this kind of thing, a live stream, and they just keep doing what they're doing, and now they can add that clothing products ahead of time, and it's right there, and boom, it's an actual purchase, and that's gold for them.
I think it's huge too for like even influencers that aren't able to like travel necessarily right now and do like their normal photo shoots, right? And usually they're doing this exotic photo and then tagging a product in it. Now they could do a live talking about the product, right? Demoing it and then have that linked in there. I could see this even for a mom and pop shop. Like I'm thinking of Sarah Sweets. It's a local bakery here in Linton, Ohio that she does a phenomenal job with her live streams. But, she's been doing carryout orders and she has like these special flavors of the day or week, whatever. And I could see her talking about making it, right. And discussing it. And then where you can pre-purchase maybe a dozen or something like that. I mean, there's so many different use cases for that. Maybe you're demoing a product, like you said, or on the go. I could just see so many different use cases for it. How amazing would it be for you to get kind of a behind the scenes of how the product works before you buy, right? And then have that linked in there. So definitely kudos to Facebook for rolling that out. Maybe one of their not as business friendly, if you will, but it's still fun, right? Nonetheless, Facebook did roll out Facebook avatars. They did acquire Giphy. So if you've seen more of your friends look like cartoon characters in both the comments as well as their profile pictures, chances are they've noticed this latest update by Facebook, which is the avatars that you can make kind of like a Bitmoji, but you don't have the number of outfits yet so far, or they don't give you the ability to add wrinkles and that kind of thing yet, which maybe that's a good thing for all of us. But you can make an avatar that looks closely like you. So if you guys have made an avatar for yourself and you're joining us on our Facebook stream, definitely comment something with one of your Facebook avatar stickers, and we would love to see what yours looks like. Have you made yours yet, Mike?
I haven't. I've seen it there, and I've seen other people starting to roll them out, marketing buddies there, and things like that. So I kind of thought it was interesting because Facebook wasn't too long ago. It seemed like they were on this kick about you got to use this authentic profile and that type of thing, making sure that people are real. And however, then with your some of the things like on your iPhone where you kind of have it and an avatar and your text messages and things like that and such. So I think they had to say, wow, we need to try to find a way to move into this a little bit too. And then now with this acquisition of Giphy as well, I mean, I think that's a big deal right there.
Yeah, I think they're just noticing customer, or not necessarily customer, but just user, behavior and what we're into. We love our gifts. We love using emojis, right? We love that kind of thing. And with Facebook's announcement today as well, which I will go back and link their video that they rolled out today with Mark talking about these announcements, he did mention several times that their focus of moving into a VR, AR kind of space. So I think they're trying to get people more comfortable. This is just my kind of analysis of it, more comfortable with using kind of like an avatar, if you will, right? And kind of being playful with it, how they're responding and engaging with it, and just overall kind of integrating a more playful kind of quick response. And what there's some of the other updates we're going to talk about, and then we'll move on from Facebook to others. I think all of them are kind of pointing in that direction, right? Of like community, fun, heartfelt integration. Even with their latest reaction, the care reaction with like the face, holding the heart, right? Like in response to everything that's going on. It's just their way of adding a little bit of fun and playfulness to it.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah. All right, so the next one with Facebook, and this is more business related, Facebook Messenger Rooms. So this is a big one. I'm going to share a link on this now, and of course, we'll have this in our recap. But Messenger Rooms, Mike, you want to give kind of a definition of that?
More about that Giphy one, though.
What's that?
Can I say a little bit more about that Giphy one?
Sure, of course. Yeah.
I think that's actually even for it's going to change some things, so it's good to be aware of. So I think they paid what, 400 million for that one. I mean, it seemed like
they're chump change, yeah.
and but and that's going to be used. So this is like a source of gifts, like those fun images, so when you within the gifts, I mean, a lot of those are free, but then there's sponsored content within there and that type of thing. And so what it does is give Facebook another opportunity to add in sponsored content in another venue, in another area. Okay.
Smart. Yeah.
And so then, which in turn relates to marketers having access to this along the way. So it's like another ad avenue that will come along the way in a popular tool that is used, and it's expanding them across, because this gifts are used. You can go there. That's going to continue. So they're going to be integrated obviously within Instagram, within Facebook, that type of piece, but it also gives them inroads into other places beyond their tools, and therefore businesses using Facebook's ad platform will have access into these areas as well.
Yeah, that's really smart kind of observation, because if you look at like how Bitemojis used it, one, they're gaining some revenue from people being able to buy and purchase like additional outfits and things like that. But they also, again, like what you're saying is, like, let's say Nike rolled out a new shoe, right? Then they have that in the Bitmoji space. So you can be the first Bitmoji person, or, to have on the new sneakers. Or I could see brands, like maybe they have a custom t-shirt or a product, and then the Facebook offering the opportunity to kind of put that in there. So that is a very smart observation, and that's most likely probably the way that they're going. So yeah, definitely with that.
Yeah. So back to another one, those Facebook Messenger rooms for groups and events. I mean, I'm still just kind of exploring those. I've got a couple of invites to those and taken off, but I mean, this is kind of the Zoom competitor, and we've video conferencing in the pandemic era has become synonymous with Zoom, right? However, it doesn't have to be. There are other options, and now Facebook's gotten into that game with this, free tool that way as well. So you can create your room, and you can invite people in. They don't have to be on Facebook to be in there, and so they're trying to make this tool accessible. And so, you've got a link there, but there's some good possibilities.
Yeah, and I love that you said free, because Zoom, you only have so much for free. This Facebook Messenger Rooms, first of all, you can create it just from your personal profile if you choose. But the big one that we're talking about is for groups and events. So that's, the business use case for it, right? Like Facebook has allowed you, if you already have like a group of, for your business or brand or community, niche, whatever, that you want to stay in contact with on a more intimate level, now you don't have to use like those Zoom links, right? Because they have that already built in, where you can schedule it. You can have it opened where other people can join, or you can keep it private, whatever you choose. And then the big one for events. So think of it like, it's a great way. Now, again, it's 50 people. So it depends on how many that you want at a time, but it doesn't cut off at 45 minutes like Zoom would with some of their free options. And it gives you a lot more kind of play there. So definitely something to, check out. I'm sharing the link for rooms and events, as well as just Messenger rooms in general. So again, we've talked about it here before. They're really diving in on Messenger as a whole, like how they're investing in it and how many tools that they're playing with it. And what's cool, if you have a Facebook portal, and which that's Facebook's device, if you think about it, kind of like an Amazon Alexa with the screen, the ones that have the screen, but Facebook portal has both Amazon built in, different apps that you can download. It has where you can shop on Amazon. I mean, I have my portal in my bedroom. I should bring it out, but basically you can go live off your portal, Facebook portal. It's a tool to go live and to chat via these messenger rooms hands free, which is really cool because I could have my Facebook portal set up here and I could be walking all around and the portal will follow you. So I think it's another way that they're going to be rolling out even more updates to the Facebook portal and using tools like this to make where they're talking about events and groups. If you're co-presenting or if you are, wanting to kind of do some kind of demonstration, it's going to feel a lot more like you are in the room with them. That's why I love that they call it rooms versus just watching someone do a demonstration. I mean, we've seen the growth of online events, virtual events kind of take place. And many times it's like a recorded presentation of somebody's talking ahead on the screen. But what if it was more of a presentation as if you were at the in-person event? I think this could be one of the tools and one of the growth of using things like messenger rooms and their portal to kind of make it feel more like an in-person event.
I think that's the next level, and the goal there is again, that greater feel, personalization, experience of being there. That's the whole goal. So I think that moving forward, some of those pieces is going to be important.
Yeah, we've done this with the Queenies group. So the 8 other ladies that I talk with all the time, we've used Messenger quite a bit, and it really is just a nice way of kind of staying in touch with everyone. And you can add people on to the chat. It's just a lot easier than trying to set up a new link from a third party, tool and kind of integrate it. And it's cool that you can keep your chat going and share stuff, and it's all kept in one spot. So kudos to Facebook again for launching this. Again, I shared comments both on Facebook Messenger Rooms as a standalone and then how it would react as far as groups and events are concerned. All right, ready to move on to a different social app?
Yep. Let's move beyond the Facebook world there a little bit. Yeah, do you want to talk about LinkedIn polls?
Let's do it. I think LinkedIn has some cool stuff running out.
Yeah, and it has been continued to innovate, and they've been really making some progress and gaining some traction there. I think people have been seeing. I was just on the Social Pulse last week, and Brian Fanzo and Jennifer, they gave some great statistics about just the traffic that's coming from LinkedIn to websites and things like that, and it was astounding to me. But this one's about polls, being able to create polls to facilitate, again, more engagement. We know that engagement is so critical, and platforms are doing that. They reward engagement with more views and that type of thing. So LinkedIn's gotten into the game with the polls there, and I've read about it. I haven't created one. How about yourself, Jessica?
I have not done the polls yet, so my plan is to do it this week, though. That and just a couple other LinkedIn things that have rolled out, which we'll talk about. But yeah, I think it's a wise idea. I think LinkedIn is trying to build that engagement. They've known that they kind of secured the space, if you will, for being known as that social platform for that B2B market, and really is taken serious. But I think they're trying to create like the new normal for what is business today, which is more relationship friendly. It's more kind of be yourself, right? So the growth of just even integrating live video is big for LinkedIn, I think. I think a lot of their updates, even what they've done with Messenger last year, where they are their chat, if you will, you call it Messenger, but with their LinkedIn chat, where, they do the introductions and the sales navigator that they've rolled out, like all of their rollouts over the past year and a half, I would say, have all been really to bring more people together in a way that doesn't feel as salesy. Because I think people are getting really turned off by those kind of automatic messages once you connect with someone, that's automatically a sales pitch. So they're really trying to bring that balance of what people want today, and I think they're doing a good job. So LinkedIn polls is just one way that they're doing that.
Yeah, and I'm be curious to see how that goes, but I think it's a great addition, a needed addition, and it shows that LinkedIn is taking ongoing innovation seriously. They've done that well over the past year, and they're not stopping, which is nice.
Yep. And I'll put some links again with LinkedIn polls. Another LinkedIn update is their events. So now, not only if you didn't know this, you can create a LinkedIn event in the same way as you would like an event on an Eventbrite or on Facebook. And you can create a LinkedIn event, invite others to it, and you can invite people from actually to your business page, your company page on LinkedIn. If you didn't know, you can do that. That's an older update, but many people still don't know that. And then you can create an event under it and invite people to your event as well as share it on LinkedIn. But the update that they rolled out is now where they're going to allow live streaming into your event, which is big, especially with everything going on. So I love that a lot of these updates are not only things that we need and want, but also I feel like things that they're really in touch with the tone of what people need right now with everything going on, with, again, more events moving to a virtual environment.
And, I think it's been good to see, and this is kudos to business, but the speed, which they've rolled them out. I think a lot of these things, they were in process, and they're saying, hey, we're gonna get there, and then things happened with the pandemic, and they said, okay, let's hit the finish line and go. And
all these updates are just the ones that have happened in the past 3 weeks.
Yep.
Like nothing like old. So
and they really help out that segment, businesses that have to work from home, that can't get people into the store, that that have had changes that way. These things are really helping out that way. So good job on LinkedIn doing that. Yeah.
Another one to kind of really being in touch with what's going on right now is Google. So again, we won't get through probably all of our lists because we have a lot of them here, but we will put this in the recap. So just so you know, if you're watching this, we're not done yet. We're going to go through some more that you really want to hear about. But if you want to get the full list recap of all the changes that have happened just in the past 3 weeks and the ones that rolled out today with Facebook, definitely, you can visit magnetmarketers.com, put in your information there, and we will keep you in our newsletter where we do a full recap with all the updates, links to find out more. And then you're also subscribed to hear about the latest videos that we're going to be doing each week. Next week, we're talking all about culture in your business and how culture can really impact your bottom line. So definitely want to stay in the know with those. But Google, being in touch. Well, one thing that Google has rolled out is for Google My Business, where now we've talked about it before, where they've added a lot with where you can add your services and more details about what's going on in your business and being able to message it. Well, now they've just elevated that even more with allowing you to have a place where you can buy gift cards or donate to the business. So in your Google My Business, you can link in now either a donate or sell gift cards. So think about this from a perspective of your favorite restaurant, your mom and pop restaurant that has been closed for a while. This is a way to support them. So, but it's only good if the brands know how to use it. So something you can share with those brands that that people are wanting to support them. They just don't know how right now. Give them this tip and let them know that Google has rolled this out for Google My Business.
Yeah, and again, fits right with being in this COVID-19 pandemic situation, and because obviously, I've been exactly there, saying, my favorite restaurant, coffee shop, they've closed. Some of them are offering, pickup, takeout kind of things like that, but I know that's little, and so can I get that $50 gift card now, which I can use in September or something like that, just to help keep them going, kind of thing. And Google, well done on being able to roll that out in Google My Business.
Absolutely. Mother's Day, Father's Day, like gift cards and stuff. You're like, hey, I know you're eager to get out too, and here's your favorite spot. So as soon as everything opens back up, now you can use it, right? So Father's Day is coming up, some good ideas to be able to tell your local spots, like get the gift card set up on your Google My Business. And we get it, right? Like it's hard to keep up with all of the changes, especially with Google. Like Google just rolled out their big core update to search engine optimization. And so many brands are feeling that impact of either in a good way because they have been doing kind of a social local kind of mobile friendly and quality kind of approach to their search engine optimization, or it's happened in reverse where they're like, where'd all of my traffic go? So that's Google's core update that rolled out like 3.5 weeks ago. Well, they've also rolled out things like this that we're talking about. It's really hard to kind of keep up with those changes. So Google also recognized that, and they've launched a couple things. One, they've had like the skill builder course where you can take Google training online, but they realized that might even be kind of complicated and a little over most small business heads. So it is great though for us that are marketers and really kind of in touch with this stuff. The Google Skills Builder course is great online, but they launched and have an app called Primer. So Primer, and it has like a little flag with it, and it's created by Google to offer really small kind of 101, go at a very comfortable, very at their level, at anyone's kind of bare basic level course of training to really educate small businesses on how to use Google My Business, what customers want today, customer buying behavior, as well as kind of best practices in order to update their profiles on Google and on social as well. So I've even taken a few of the courses myself on Google Primer. It's super easy. It's just a free app that you get on your phone. And I thought it was really well done by Google.
Okay. So excellent. No, definitely some good pieces there. Before we run out of time, we got to talk about Instagram, right? We got to move
let's run through those. I'll let you kind of hit those really quick.
So, one of the big ones there that, what was it, a week and a half, somewhere around there, because the IG Live, you're being able to take those lives and then put them into IGTV, so with the shows. And so that's a great addition. So you can go live on Instagram and then, designate that you also want that to go into your IGTV show. And that's that's a beautiful next step of keeping track of that content and extending the life of it over time.
You hit the nail on the head, extending the life of it too over time. Because if you forgot to save it or have that setting set up to where your videos, you could download them later after you go live, you kick yourself sometimes. You're like, that was a great video, right? So like this is a beautiful addition, as Mike said, where you can take your live video and then keep it on your IGTV where it does not die. It can stay on, live on. So great addition by Instagram for both personal and business. Another quick update that they had is just updating some of the fonts in there. So now you can use some of the fonts, different fonts on Instagram in your stories. They have several updates that we'll mention again in our recap, where the shop small, where you can link to gift cards and stuff like that, where you don't have to have the 10,000 fans, where there's new challenges that you can link in with stickers and things like that. Some of those are a little bit older than the 3 weeks, but also new ways of using Instagram too. And all of these things are geared to really support your clients or yourself, if you're a business, to keep engagement and building the relationships with your customers. So I'm just scanning through to see if there's anything like super crucial we got to get out. I know there's so many of these on here.
Well, we can just say that you're going to have these in the post. I mean, there's going to be
Pinterest, we are going to have these
Shopify. So if you're interested, you've been waiting to hear about some Pinterest updates. Yes, we're going to have one in there about Pinterest with Shopify.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Other Google updates. There'll be several that we would not have time and even 2 hours to really go through. There's seriously been a lot of updates, and we'll keep our ears out for any more that's coming up as we're writing this blog post. So if you want to go to magnetmarketers.com, and then you can click in just to subscribe to the show. We'll send you the recap of the blog to get the blog update, as well as notify you of our future shows and what's to come, so you can decide if you want to tune into that one as well. Man, this was the fastest I think our show has ever been.
Well, when you talk social media updates and what's rolled out here lately, I knew it was going to be. I mean, boom, there's just there's a lot. So that rolls.
Keep up with all of this, right? Like it is. So I'm glad
that we do it. That's why we're here. It's good. I mean, I learn. I'm glad to talk about it, and hopefully, it's a good resource to others. Just one spot for a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, literally one of our friends, Christian Karasevich, he has a show every single week talking about updates. That's how much it updates. So kudos to him for always having an awesome show too with breaking these down as well. But hopefully this was valuable to you all today. Thank you so much for tuning in with us live on Magnet Marketers. We'll be back here next Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about business and culture and how that impacts your marketing at the end of the day. So hope to see you back here next week. Until then, enjoy the rest of your week.
See you, folks.